Hi, it's Sissy with Vintage Moon Tarot, and I'm coming on today to show you some of my spookier decks for the month of October. So I've picked, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tarot decks and 3 oracle decks. Or 10 tarot decks. I don't know. But we're just going to hurry up and go through them so I can show you them all. And the first one I want to talk about is the Goetia Tarot, Tarot in Darkness, a deck by Fabio Lustrani. And I remember when this was on Kickstarter. And I was like, oh, that looks so good. But of course, you know, it was just produced really good. But I was like, you know, it's demons and spirits and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, I'm not really into like demon stuff, you know, but so I didn't end up getting it, but then it came out in mass market. And so I was like, I have to get it because I was so interested in it when it was on Kickstarter. So this is the backs. Okay. And it's a really dark deck. I mean, it's done in like blacks and grays, but it's really hard to see some of the pictures. They like printed it like too dark. A lot of people complained about it, but I've not used this deck. I've only gone through it because there's a lot to know. So we have like here the Queen of Pentacles, and there's all kinds of symbols on it and stuff. So I can't really tell you a lot about it because I've not worked with it. But I know some of it's confusing because I remember like on the Two of Swords, which is air, and it had Scorpio on it, which Scorpio is a water sign. And I was like, I better save this for when I'm really ready to work with it. But there are a lot of like demons, and I hope that glare is not hitting the cards. They're not like real glossy. They have just this light sheen on them, but I don't know if you can see these images. Like I said, they're really dark. Like that is like really wild. You can see like a fin, almost like a mermaid, but it looks more like a sea serpent. So, yeah, so some really interesting images on this. But to me, it looks like a good, like it would be a good Halloween deck. That's the Ace of Cups, and it's like a cauldron and a candle and like a spell book. And a lot of demons. So, yeah, I'll just go through a few more of these, and ooh, look at that. That is the King of Swords. Wow. But there's a lot of astrology in this, and yeah, it's really creepy. That's Judgment. But it has who the demon is on the card in the book and everything, so you could read this and learn a lot about demons, I suppose. It's supposed to be something like about the Key of Solomon, which I'm not familiar with, but like I said, I have not worked with this deck or even tried. Let's see, here's the book that comes with it. Okay. And it is Los Cabeiros, so it's in English, Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese. So, I remember, see, it's got a lot in it in here. And I know it said, like, Tarot in Darkness, like, you have to go through the darkness to get to Goetia, which I believe is Into the Light. But that's it on the English. But yeah, so let's see. I think English ends after this. Yeah, the structure, the map of the cards, the demon cards. yeah, so a lot to learn, but very creepy. Perfect for Halloween, or the month of October, I should say. All right, we'll put that aside. Let's see. I'm going to show you all the ones that I don't really use. Okay, next is Ludy Lescot. And I mean, everything's like in great shape with this. And the reason I got this, I was at a metaphysical store. And they were getting ready to change owners, so things were like all crazy. But I was checking out, you know, what new tarot decks they had in. And I seen this deck on the shelf. And I thought I remembered like Ludy Lescot was like out of print. And it was only like 20 bucks. So I was like, I think I'll buy this. So this is like supposedly Ludy Lescot was a fortune teller, tarot card reader in New Orleans. And she used to tell people's future with like this accuracy. And so, but Ludy Lescot is a fictional character. But yeah, so it's a lot of, I think, New Orleans vibe and like witches and like pagan and, but yeah, so it's your typical looking Lescott barrel, but it's a pretty cool deck. I like the images in it for a creepy deck. So yeah, looks like that's a vampire biting her neck and somebody's coming to rescue her. Looks like that's like a spell book or something. So pretty cool. So witches and vampires, a creepy clown. Yeah. So the colors are really bright and vibrant. So yeah. Okay, so that is the Ludy Lescot Tarot. Alright, let's see. The next one that kind of reminds me of Ludy Lescot, but maybe not quite as dark, is the Haunted House Tarot. And I know a lot of people know about this deck. It's easy to get. It's another Lescott Tarot with the 4 languages, so you get probably like that much of the book. But this is about, what's her name? Raven something wand. Let's see. I know she's the fool because she's the heroine in this. Yeah, Raven Wandsworth. Okay, so the journey begins with her. Yeah, I think supposedly, like, she had to go to this haunted house, like it's in her family or something like that. It tells you the story in the book, actually, so. But this is a really neat deck. I like this deck. I have used this deck several times. That's cool. This is the 10 of Pentacles. And you have the actual 10 of Pentacles picture here in the window. From the Rider-Waite-Smith, that is. But, yeah. This is a, I mean, you gotta have a haunted house tarot for Halloween, right? So this is pretty good. So it follows this person through the deck. And, yeah, it's really cool. Okay, High Priestess, 2 of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, 9 of Wands, the Lovers. And this is the Lovers. It has her. You can see her through the mirror peeking in. And there's another man and woman. So you have the blonde and the brunette. Yeah. Oh, that's smoking a lot. I'm going to have to move that. Look at that. The Ace of Cups. That is so cool looking with the moon in the background. Yeah. so this is the Haunted House Tarot. Let me see if I can do something different with that. There, maybe that's better. Okay, so I'll just set this over here to the side. Okay, and we have the Dark Grimoire Tarot. This is another Lescott deck, and like I said, I'm showing you the cards that I don't really use, but this was supposed to be an old grimoire that was found, a dark grimoire, and they took the that's the backs, pretty creepy. And that's the full, so this is in order. The Magician. So they took images from the grimoire and telling stories through the pictures from the grimoire. So yeah, and I've had this for a while, and you see it's still in order, so obviously I've not used this. Oh, look at that. That's the strength, and strength is at 11. And most of these, I think strength was at 11, so that always makes me think of like Thoth. Look at this hangman. This is a man who's hung himself in his room. That's creepy. But, Devil. Judgment. Look at those double rainbows. Wow. Oh, that thing is really going. Let's see if I can move it somewhere. Like up here. Okay. But yeah. So, this is a pretty cool deck. I don't know why I haven't used it. Look at that. 8 of Swords. And the monster has her in a jar. Pretty cool. Okay. Creepy. Queen of Swords. So, that is the Dark Grimoire Tarot. And I'm going to stick it back in here because I have so many decks. Okay. And the last one that I don't use is this Dark Fairy Tale Tarot. And I have used it before, but this is another Lescott deck. They make some creepy decks, I guess. So all of them that I've showed you, who made this one? Lescott, the first one, the Goetia. So all these that I've showed you have been from Lescott. So this is like dark fairy tales, not your pretty cute little fairies. These are your dark fairies. Like on the full, it says, she holds the map of fairy in her hand. She may read it or cast it aside. She may choose to follow a trail of roses or steer by the moon. She is free to succeed or fail. So it's sort of like, you know, fairy tale meanings. But yeah, I did edge it in this red, and it turned into this like deep maroon red, like a blood red. So looks pretty cool on there. But this is a really cool deck too. And I have played around with this, used it a few times, and it's held up really good. You know, it's Lescott, so their decks are thin, but they shuffle so good. But yeah, so these are all like different fairy tales of the Fae. And not, yeah, the Fae and the fairy, but fairy spelled a different way. Like the F-A-E-R-Y. Let's see. Sorry, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. There's like different, yeah, F-A-E-R-Y, the land of fairy. So, some pretty cool images in this. Look at that. 9 of Cups. See here, strength again at 11. Hanged One. Hermit. Here's the moon. Yeah. So this is the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot. Very cool. Okay. And I think that, was that the last? Oh no, I do have an oracle. I think that's Lescott. Okay. Let me see if it is. I'm going to show you because I do not use this oracle either. This is Victoria Francis. And this deck is so cool, but there's no keywords on it, so I don't like to use it without the words on it. But if you look up like the card, like this is 25, Derek's Bride, Endings and Beginnings, and then it's got a whole page on each card, you know. So it's the first part here is the English part. It looks like you get pretty good amount for the card, but I wish they would have like put like something on the card. This is the backs of the cards, and there's no keywords, just pictures, and I know some people like that. And it has like vampires, and see, she's got the vampire teeth. So it is a very creepy oracle, but that's the card that's on the back. But he looks like a vampire. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful oracle deck. But like I say, I do not use this. Very cool, very cool. All right, that was the Victoria Francis by Lescott. And very creepy deck. Vampire. Okay, I'm actually slipping this one in because I almost forgot to show you it. It's The Beauty of Horror by Alan Robert. It's this gorgeous colored cards, and I know they have this deck where you can order it and color it in yourself, and I think they originally started off with like coloring books, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not real sure, but this is the book. And yeah, it's the story of Wilhelmina and Grimoire. So that's what this is about. And it's really cool. Like, they have a full color picture. Oh, sorry if I'm not getting that in here. A full color picture, and then a write-up and meaning and reversed here. So it's pretty cool. The book is falling apart though. Like, the pages are just like coming out. So that's the only thing I hate. And it has tarot spreads in the back, and then like mock spreads, and then they tell you like what it means and stuff. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, just I hate the books falling apart. I'm gonna have to do something about it. But very cool. And this is the backs. So this is a perfect Halloween deck. Empress, the King of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. But yeah, it definitely is. This is like the perfect Halloween deck, I think. Like, if you were going to like a Halloween party and doing readings or something, this deck is like perfect for that. You have like monsters and ghouls and demons and zombies. It's like skeletons, mummies. So yeah, the Hangman is a mummy. Ooh, there's the devil. That is a creepy devil right there. But yeah, so the cards are really thin. So I'm not sure how well they would hold up to, like, you know, a lot of shuffling, but to me, this would be a deck that maybe you would only use like at parties or something like that. But I love the images in it. I think it's a really good Halloween deck. Look at that. That's the Four of Pentacles. The Emperor. Look at that. Yeah. So it definitely follows the Rider-Waite-Smith. You could definitely read with that. That is so... Look at that. That is the Nine of Cups. Creepy ass clown with a chainsaw. No, thank you. But yeah, I just want to show you them all. They're so cool. Oh, that's the Hermit. Oh my gosh. But love it. Look at the Lovers. It's two skeleton hands and they're making a heart. Yeah. But yeah. Pretty awesome Halloween deck. Oh, there's Frankenstein. Or Frankenstein's monster. I just always call him Frankenstein, so. But very cool. I know I say that about all these decks, but they are. Look at that. That's... Yeah. Okay, so that was the Beauty of Horror Tarot deck. Okay. Now I'm going to show you one I really love. It is Vlad Dracula Tarot. Get this off here. This box is like really soft and it's a tight bit. Here's the inside of the lid. It says Vlad Dracula. And Travis McHenry did this, which he's done like an angel deck, but they're real elaborate. They have like a lot on in them and stuff. But he said when he started doing this deck, he didn't plan on like getting so much into it until he got into it. And he has a great guidebook here. Like, it has the card in color here, and then it tells you what is happening in the card, and then his divinatory meaning. And if you ever want to know about Vlad the Impaler, you will learn a lot about him here. Travis said that he like read his biography and like poems and songs, and he like put this like together in order how he thought the events happened. But this is the backs of the cards. Really cool. And it like has like the Hangman. It says the wages of truth in Wallachia. This is like Transylvania, you know, fighting the Turks. And this is Vlad led to Hungarian captivity. This is the Eight of Swords. I was seeing if he was going to bark anymore. Al, be good, boy. And then Vlad Dracula dining among the impelled. Here's the Nine of Wands, and he's sitting here eating a feast while all these people have been impelled at his dinner table. But this is a really cool deck. The only thing I don't like is this gold gilding. And I usually like gold gilding, but it's that sharp, like it hurts your hands. Like I'd love to cut it off, but if I did, I'd have to cut this black border off. And I really like the black border with this deck. I don't hear many people talk about this, but this is a really cool deck. I've played with this deck a lot. I really like this deck, which is unusual because I usually don't like gory, scary stuff. And there's just something about this deck that's so cool. I love this. This is the 8 of Wands, which it's called Stakes in this deck. And it says arrows drove the Turks to their ships. So they had chased the Turks off. So this is the 3 of Wands. And it says Dracula's dreadful and curious things. And this is Vlad as Pontius Pilate judging Christ. That's pretty cool. That's justice. The Hierophant, Pope Pius II. The Moon, Judgment. But yeah, this is a really cool deck. And the cardstock just feels really good. It's fun to shuffle. I just wish it didn't have the gold gilding, because it is that rough gilding. But yeah, so that is Vlad Dracula Tarot. So let me put this back in here. You do have to get it just right in here, or the box is really hard to shut. Very cool. This is done by Rockpool, published by Rockpool, Travis McHenry. Very cool deck. And I might as well show you the Tarot of Vampyres by Ian McDaniels. And this is the famous Phantasmagoria book that I have started reading, but I have not even made a dent in this. And I'm only reading it because I've heard that like there's some nuggets of wisdom in this book. So I'm really trying to get into it. So a lot to read there. But this is the backs. And I did edge them in red. And this is a really good vampire deck. I know this is well known, but very cool. Who is this made by? Oh, Llewellyn, okay. And it has that same kind of cardstock, but very easy to shuffle. But look at that, 4 of Skulls. Oh yeah, the suits have been changed to scepters, skulls, grails, and is it spells? Grails, knives, okay. Knives, grails, skulls, and scepters. Yeah, so pretty cool. That's who's on the cover of the box, the Empress. So, very cool vampire deck. Whenever I think of this deck, this picture pops in my head, the 10 of Grails, which is the 10 of Cups. I don't know why. I think, yeah, she's just very content. She's got a cup full of blood. She's in her element there. But yeah, there's some cool pictures in here. Or cool images, I should say. But yeah, very creepy deck for October. So that is Tarot of the Vampyres, Ian McDaniels and Llewellyn. Very cool. Get that back in there. Okay. Very cool. Let's see. Next we have Trick or Tarot. This is by Duck Soup. And I've had this for a couple years. And this is actually kind of, I mean, it's cute but creepy. A lot of pumpkins in it. Oh, let me turn it this way. The Strength card, the Tower of Destruction, the Star. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Did I edge this in black? I think I did do that. I don't think it came like that. But yeah, so this is definitely Halloween looking with all the pumpkins. But there are which is, it looks like Halloween costumes is what it looks like. So very cool, very cool. So that is Trick or Tarot by Duck Soup. There's the backs if I didn't show you. Very cool Halloween deck for sure. So there's that. And then next I have Madame Lydia Wilhelmina's Tarot. And this is Monsters, the Macabre, and Autumn Scenes. Not the best box, but they give you this bag to keep it in, so goes like that. Okay. And the book's not really that great either. It just like tells you like who's on the card. Like Justice, it says the headless bride, upright. Justice represents truth and fairness. And then reverse says showing dishonesty and being unfair. So that's all you get for each of the cards, basically. So not a lot, but that's the guidebook. And these are reversible, very cool. But they're like old, like Victorian type, but they're really beautiful pictures, beautiful images. I always say pictures, and I mean images. But yeah, very cool. So it's like a spooky autumn vibe to this deck. Yeah, very beautiful deck. And this is the deck that's probably kept me from working with like the dark fairy tale and all them, because I have this. And I do like using this. And fall. Page of Swords, she's like one of my favorite cards in the deck. So cool. So that is, ooh, look at that strength card. That is just creepy. So that is Madame Lydia Wilhelmina's Tarot. Very fun deck. I don't know if this is still in print or not. It might be. I'm trying to get it back in here. All right. And let's see. Now, of course, the last tarot deck that I want to show you is, I only have it in the mini, and I really want it in the full size, and I heard that maybe Baba Studios was going to, it's the Extra Lovers card, was gonna do another edition in the bigger size. So if they do, I will definitely be all over that, because this deck is so fun. I like it a lot. So if I could get it in a bigger size, that would be great. Because this small size, I mean, you can see it, but I would prefer the larger size. That would be great. So fingers crossed that they're going to do another run of the Bohemian Gothic Baba Studios. So yeah, this is a really cool deck. Let's see if I can, that's the full. But this is a great deck for the fall. Bohemian Gothic. Ooh, creepy, creepy. Seven of Wands. Queen of Swords. Three of Pentacles. Frankenstein. Or Frankenstein's monster, whichever you want to say. But yeah, a lot of fun. So, I hope we'll be able to get this again, but I'm grateful to have this mini edition. So, that is the Bohemian. Oh, that's the backs if I didn't show you. Yeah, so Bohemian Gothic mini deck. I keep it in this bag. And then, of course, I have to show you the Zombie Tarot. So the box is really cool. And I mean, zombie apocalypse during Halloween definitely fits. I know a lot of people use this deck like all year round. It's a great deck. This guidebook is awesome. It looks like it's old, but it has the picture of the card, the title, some keywords, and then a little rep on the card there. Very cool though. Yeah, very cool. Here's the backs of the cards. And I don't know, there's something about this deck, like just overhand shuffling is like, yeah. So anyway, but hazards are pentacles, but the rest of the suits are normal wands. Very, But yeah, look at that. That's the Two of Cups, okay? He's eating like ham and all that. And over here's a zombie eating a brain. But easy to read. It pretty much follows the Rider-Waite-Smith, even though it's like zombie apocalypse, you know? But it's really fun to work with. And especially if you know the Rider-Waite-Smith, then this is a lot of fun to work with. So this is the Zombie Tarot. All right. Great box. I keep mine in the box. Okay. And then the last thing I want to show you, of course, is my all-time favorite oracle, the Halloween Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. This is a great deck. Orange on the inside, very cool. This is the guidebook, but it has a title and just a keyword underneath. But in here it just goes a little bit further. Very cool. Tells you quite a bit in here. So if you need to go any further, you can. This is the backs. I have trimmed the borders off and edged it in black, which made it really pop. I loved it before I cut the borders off, but once I cut the borders off, it was just like, just made the cards pop. So this is definitely very Halloween. You got the witch, the werewolf, pumpkins, graveyards, skulls, lots of skulls, scrying. So this was one of my earliest oracle decks I got. Like the Black Cat is Fortune Meets Opportunity. I love that card. But yeah, so this has been a favorite of mine for a long time. Very good Halloween oracle. You have to have this. You have to have this oracle if you love Halloween. So yeah, Cauldron, Vampire. So that was all my creepy decks for the month of October. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope everybody has a happy Halloween and eat lots of candy. Talk to you all again real soon. Bye-bye.